Hey everyone, and welcome back to Farm Girl in Progress. I am Nadine. Today I'm going to be heading outside to work on cutting down the 4x4s for my garden beds, but I thought you guys might like to see how all of my seedlings are doing. So here they are, guys. Everything is doing really well. These are my green peppers. The first shot was onions, sage, marjoram, and banana peppers and jalapeno peppers. This whole tray down here is all tomatoes. There's a bunch of different varieties down here. And then down here is broccoli and cauliflower and some kale. And then this is all, these ones here are all marigolds. These ones are zinnias, and my echinacea hasn't come up yet. And then I've got a couple that just haven't done anything quite yet. I think I have, yeah, I do a little oregano coming up there. I don't think anything else has come up yet. Still haven't seen anything for my sweet peppers. But yeah, everything is doing super well on these grow towers. I am really pleased with how it's all working out. So yeah, those are all of my seeds that I've started so far. In about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks tops, I'm going to be starting a lot of the direct sow plants just to give them a head start. A lot of them only need started like 2 or 4 weeks before my last frost date, which is again about May 15th here in Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna start them like about mid-April, maybe end of April, and that way, like I said, they just have a little bit of a head start and they're going in the ground already started, so I don't have to wait those however many days it takes for them to germinate. So that is the goal and the plan, and I'll show you guys what I'm starting in a couple weeks. So let's go ahead and head outside and get set up to take care of those 4x4s today. It's a project I wanted to actually get it done yesterday, but I ended up cleaning my chicken coop and then I had to go to work, so that didn't happen. So today it's going to happen. We're going to cut down those 4x4s for the raised garden bed supports and corners. So yeah, I'll go ahead and meet you outside. So I got my saw and my table and my sawhorse set up because these are 8-foot 4x4s, so the sawhorse, that thing, is going to be my extra set of hands to hold the longer end while I'm cutting, because they're a little on the heavy side. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 4x4s that need cut today, so all the extra hands I can get is fine by me. So here are the 4x4x8 posts that I'm going to be using. They are Douglas fir wood. So they're not the best rot resistant wood out there. Ideally you would want to use cedar or redwood. Those would be your best for burying in the earth. However, they were really expensive here or non-existent, so I went with Douglas fir. And I'm going to be using an ancient, I think it's Chinese, I'll have to double check. I'm going to show you guys in another video this technique. But it involves burning the wood and then sealing it with an oil, and that makes it rot resistant and waterproof. But I'll be showing you guys that in another video. I won't be doing that today. I'm just going to be cutting them down to size. So I need to measure the roofing panels that we cut down and make sure that they are the 12 inches, and then I'm going to measure all of these out, and we're going to be cutting them over there. So these are the panels, and we're just going to be measuring the width of them to make sure that It is the 12 inches because we want the 4x4s to be the same height as the panel. Measure it and make sure they're actually more like 13 inches. Okay guys, I'm back. I had to consult my resident master builder for advice because I thought these panels were going to be exactly 12 inches in width, and they are not. They are 12 3/4. So that would mean that my cuts on my 4x4s would leave me with a short 4x4. Because like I said, I was estimating that these were going to be 12 inches exactly, so I was going to get 12-inch cuts on my 4x4s, which would have given me 8 pieces. However, that's not the case. It's going to give me 7 beautiful pieces and 1 short piece, which I could probably still use. I might just not use it for a main corner piece. I might use it as an end piece. So we'll see how that goes. But so now that I know what I'm doing, let's go ahead and cut some 4x4s. So everything's cut. However, this is not enough for 9 boxes. This is enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is enough for 7, almost 8 boxes. So I'm gonna need to get a few more 4x4s to finish this up properly, or I might be able to get away with these scrap pieces together and just stack them like this, because when they're stacked together they're the same size as the solid ones. So I might be able to use these on one of the shorter walls of the raised garden beds. It's not for like structural support, it's for a wood ledge that I'm eventually going to be putting around the top of the garden bed. That isn't happening this year, but eventually. So I might be able to use these still. I'll have to talk with my husband and see what he thinks. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a couple more 4x4s and cut them down to size so that I have enough for the corners and sides of all the garden box walls. So that pretty much wraps up what I'm going to be doing today. It's about all I have time for, so I need to clean up and put all this wood away. And then in the next video, I'm going to explain to you the burning and sealing technique that I talked about a little bit earlier, because I want this wood to last as long as possible. So look for that in the next video. I'm excited to give it a try and see how well it actually works. Thanks so much for watching today, and remember to grow where you're planted.